here's Brody Brazil.
So after being at the NHL Draft in Las Vegas at Sphere, one of my biggest takeaways and headlines is that the Utah Hockey Club is actually a real thing. Which I know is weird to say because we've been watching the progress and the developments in this process, but there's just something tangible about them being there and their logo being right behind Gary Bettman and them drafting players and them handing out new jerseys to somebody like Tij Ginla, who they just drafted. I mean, again, we've seen the progress, we've seen the developments, we've seen all of this coming, but something about being in person and the league officially recognizing it, and this is like their first actual league event, yeah, they do seem like a real thing now. We'll get more into Ginla in just a second because he was their first ever draft selection, but in the process of commenting about that pick, did their general manager, Bill Armstrong, did he slip a little bit here?
When we hit pick 5, that's when we knew. That's when we knew he was going to be a Utah YETI, I think. I'm not allowed to pick the name, but I think the little kids in Utah vote about 25 times a day, so I think they got it.
So I want to be clear, I do not think Bill Armstrong leaked anything there. I think he was talking himself a little bit into a corner, then realized where he was going with it. He's probably got his own personal preference and opinion and instinct about what the team will be called, but I think he decided, hey, you know what, I'm going to put this out there, see if anybody's listening, have some fun with this. You heard the delayed reaction from the media and the crowd there. You also saw his facial expression and body language. He kind of deadpanned that. He was waiting for the laugh there, but it does present this interesting and awkward situation that, you know, apparently the NHL and the hockey team, the Utah Hockey Club, they couldn't really do this in time. They didn't want to rush a name. They didn't want to force it, and I totally understand that. They have a short summer to do all of this. But at the same time, now if they're going to do this naming selection process, and they're already down to 6 names, they started at 20, now they're down to 6, how much longer can you draw this out? Because eventually, if you give this team its permanent name at some point in this upcoming hockey season, you're going to have everybody already calling them the Utah YETI or Yetis or whatever, Mammoth, whatever your favorite is, while the team still is not officially recognizing their name. The process is weird. Like it either had to be super quick and already happened, or it should be so long and drawn out on purpose that you're not going to arrive at that new name until it's, you know, actually time to don it. So I'm not blaming anybody here. I don't think there's a perfect scenario and situation to all of this, but yeah, it's a little bit awkward. And when Ginla was drafted, right, you heard Buccigross on the broadcast say, Ginla is now a Utah Hockey Club guy, because all of us are so used to tying a name and a mascot to a person and their team. And so when you can't do it, it doesn't roll off the tongue so easily. And that's why you can see Bill Armstrong. He still has that smirk on his face this entire time. Well, speaking of Ginla, he gets drafted. He puts on the Utah jersey and everybody's freaking out saying, wait, that looks pretty plain. That doesn't look like what the Utah community was promised. Where's the stripes? Where's the more of the blue? The shoulder caps have nothing. So as we found out, right, as the night went on, the team officially announced later that, no, this was just a one-off. Only players who were drafted that night got the bare bones jersey because the franchise wanted to offer them a authentic version of the jersey. They couldn't, I guess, get or produce all of the regular ones yet, or they're not ready to debut those. They'll do that separately. They wanted them to have something. They just couldn't give them, well, what the mock-up looks like. Again, you saw what Ginla was wearing. That looks nothing like this. But understandably so. The team just wanted to get something similar out there, have the players put that on. So nobody else in the future, or should I say in the history of the Utah Hockey Club or whatever they're called, nobody else is going to wear those jerseys outside of the players that were drafted this past weekend like Ginla. And no, they're not all going to be number 24. We've since found that out. The hockey club says, now that we have a moment, let's take a closer look at those jerseys. This year's draft picks will be the only ones to receive these one-of-a-kind jerseys. So it's a collector's item, just like every Utah Hockey Club sweater and piece of merchandise is about to be from this upcoming season. I'm telling you, if you live in Utah, snag something, because you're going to be seen as one of the OGs, the original fans. People will know, oh, when they have a name and it's 20 years down the road and you're still wearing your Utah Hockey Club, a hoodie or shirt or cap or whatever, your toque, it's going to show a sign that you were there literally from day one, just like those jerseys are going to be collector's items if they ever get out there. And we know that there are real ones made. Like, we know that these are in the wild. We know that these do exist. Ryan Smith has shown us here an actual photo during a promo shoot coming this fall. Join us on the journey. And we can see that the mock-ups that Fanatics has given us and that the team have given us, they look identical to what said player is wearing right there in the silhouette for that photo shoot. So there are actual jerseys. There's also actual practice jerseys. Now, this is from just today. Teams out there on the ice for their little development camp, and that's what the new Fanatics practice jerseys look like. So we're getting a little bit of a taste of more here. It says property of Utah Hockey Club across the front. This is going to be a standardized jersey format, a practice jersey format across the NHL. It's kind of like what Reebok used to do, what Adidas used to do. This is the Fanatics version of it. I kind of like it. They keep it plain. They keep it simple. It's got like the little shoulder triangle caps. It almost looks like it's multiple pieces there. It's not. It's all one jersey top. But I like how the shoulders just have those little accent pieces. And I know that practice jerseys typically come in multiple colors, right? They'll have white jerseys, black jerseys. They'll probably have some baby blues. They might have some yellows and some reds. Every team has multiple practice jersey colors. Anyway, so I just wanted to say that maybe that was a leak. No, that wasn't a leak. It wasn't even a slip of the tongue. It was fun, but I think a lot of people are reading into that. Does Bill Armstrong know anything that you don't know about the name? Probably not. He's so busy and focused actually, getting players and acquiring a team, and free agent market has kicked in. So I think he's got some feelings. He's got some impressions. I'm sure he's heard some things. So have you and I. We can all read the room of what the popular choice and vote is. The Utah, hopefully it's singular, YETI, not Yetis, plural. Wait, did he say Yeti or Yetis? I can't remember now. Anyway, I think he's just like we all are right now. He wanted to have some fun with that. And I also wanted to clear up that jersey situation. That was a one-off. The jerseys are still coming as advertised and as expected. And yeah, that little glimpse at the practice jerseys too. All right, you've made it here to the end of this video. You know I always appreciate that. Thumbs up for it down below if you would. That'll help me greatly. Help me, this video, and the channel. And if you're just seeing me for the first time and seeing this channel for the first time, I'm actually glad you found me. I want to see you back here. The best way to do that is to go down there right now. Before this ends, go down there right now, hit that subscribe button. So I definitely get to see you back here next time.